Hey everyone, Mah-Dry-Bread here. Elder Scrolls Oblivion with only our fists was a fun but basic run. Let's follow that up with a tough one. Today's the day that we figure out would I be able to beat Pokemon Red with a team of only one Onix. Onix is a rough Pokemon to use. As you can see, this thing is all defense and a bit of speed, with very little health and the same attack stat as a Pidgey. Between its double weakness to water and grass, its 35 base health, and its only 30 base special, I can't see us surviving any water or grass moves. By level up, we pretty much exclusively learn garbage moves, especially considering Rock Throw only has an accuracy of 65 in this game. By TM, we can learn a few good moves like Dig, Earthquake, and Body Slam, and man are we gonna need to learn those because without it we'll deal almost no damage at all. Like always, I'm writing the script as I go through with the challenge, so all of this part is being written before I've started. Everyone comment down below and guess if I can win or not. I'm sure that if I win, it'll largely be because the AI makes very bad decisions. Let's explain the rules. In combat, I can only use Onix. I'll need other Pokemon to use HMs, but I won't be allowed to use any of those Pokemon in battle. No glitches or exploits, no items in battle, only Pokeballs, held items, and items outside of combat are allowed. Also, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Let's do this. So right off the bat, I used the Universal Pokemon Randomizer to replace Bulbasaur with Onix so that we can do the whole run with it. I picked to replace Bulbasaur so that our rival would have Blastoise. I figure that's probably the hardest for us to fight. I name him Gyarados, because that's hilarious. Since literally everyone on Earth knows we're just going to talk about needing to grind in Viridian Forest, let's just skip to the first attempt at Brock instead since it was a long fight. First, we leveled to level 15 so that we'd have Bind, since that stun locks like Wrap in Gen 1. I decided early that for the sake of not running out of power points, I should use Screech to get their defense down 6 stages right away. The most they can do to counter it is just slowly use Defense Curl, so it's really easy to get their defense downs to stick. After that, all we had to do was spam Bind to deal damage, and more Screeches when their Onix was trying to use Bind. It was actually a fairly easy first try. Right past there are tons of trainers, and I make sure to fight all of them but the hikers. We have Misty and the first real rival fight coming up. Both of them are going to have water moves, and there is no way that we won't get one shot. So I'll have to make sure that we're faster, and at least strong enough to beat the rival within a few attempts, so we can fight our way through to the Dig TM, since that'll be our first really good move of the run. On my way through Mount Moon, I took the Helix Fossil. I knew that if I didn't say what I took, you'd all ask. Actually, now that I think about it, everyone ask anyway. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. On the other side, I take quite a few tries at the rival. Most are instantly ruined by Sand Attack, but it doesn't take long before we beat most of his team pretty easily. Oh, and Charmander. Yeah, for the first time ever in almost 2 years of these runs weekly, I actually messed up the randomizer and replaced the wrong Pokemon. Honestly, it doesn't matter that much since the rival will have water and grass types by the end of the game anyway, and his Gyarados is probably more dangerous than his Blastoise would have been anyway. But hey, there's a first for anything. You'd think I would have noticed at the start of the game, but I'm so used to these runs at this point, I didn't notice I was fighting the wrong Pokemon at the start, and I don't exactly have time to start over now and not make the video late, so I'm sure you'd prefer this. Anyway, Nugget Bridge, and the trainers in the north were pretty slow but easy, and with that dealt with, we can go take out the Rocket Grunt and get the TM for Dig. This move has 100 power in Gen 1, so the same strength as Earthquake. Why don't we take a quick shot at the water gym and just see how we match up? After a few dozen tries at level 29 though, we ended up getting a win, mostly because Misty randomly used an X-Defend instead of a water move, so we got an extra attack and won. Next up is the Ssn Rival Fight, but this one was a joke thanks to Dig. We're hitting pretty hard and fast at this point, but I'm not feeling too good about the upcoming Grass Gym. Next is the Electric Gym though, and it's as easy as you expected. After that is Rock Tunnel, but it's not nearly as bad as it usually is. Dig and Rock Throw take out just about everything here. There's a few trainers with grass types, but they never hit Absorb on us, so we ended up being fine. Now that we have access to Celadon City, I go ahead and trade a Pop on the roof of the Pokemart to get the TM for Rock Slide. This is before it caused flinching, but it's still stronger and more accurate than Rock Throw, so it's a big upgrade for us. Although the 90 accuracy I kind of feel like is a lie, cause I miss this thing all the time. And it's Gen 1, do you believe the accuracy that it tells you? I'm sorry, the accuracy Bulbapedia tells you, because Gen 1 doesn't even tell you moves power and accuracy in the game. Anyway, after that is Giovanni, and it was pretty easy as I'm sure you expected. Honestly, I'm only worried about the final Giovanni fight. My ground moves are good against a lot of his team, but his will be good against me too. We're still not ready for the Grass Gym, so I decided to go do the Pokemon Tower first. The rival fight there was super easy because of the large level lead we had, and abilities weren't a thing until Gen 3, so the ghosts here don't have Levitate. Because of that, the whole tower was pretty easy. Even after all of the levels from both the Rocket Hideout and Pokemon Tower though, we still can't take out the Grass Gym. I tried plenty of times for nice move luck, but we're just a hair too weak to win. Why don't we do the Poison Gym first? That actually sounds a lot easier. And in fact, it was! It was an easy first try because on his last Pokemon, he decided to use Self-Destruct, even though we were underground using Dig. High-quality gym leaders they have here in Kanto. You know what? I bet I could beat Blaine before I even do the Grass Gym if I just try for it. Never mind that we haven't beaten the 6th gym yet, I bet we can do the 7th before the 4th. And yep, totally called it. We hardly even had a level lead anymore, and we're still just destroying the guy. That gets us to level 51. I bet we could sweep the Grass Gym now. Yep, looks like it. Dig is just too strong for them at this point. But are we ready for Rival Fivel? You know, once in the comments section, someone got mad at me and said that I was ripping off J-Rose because I said Rival Fivel in a run. Dude, there's a card in the top right now to his channel. We reference each other all the time. Why would anyone think we're ripping each other off? What's wrong with people? But right, are we ready for Rival Fivel? Well, believe it or not, we are. Honestly, I didn't think that an Onix in its mid-level 50s would be able to beat his team, but Rockslide and Dig are still pretty strong and we're faster than his whole team. Usually this is a brick wall fight, although I guess I'd argue it's more of one in Fire Red. Sometimes in Gen 1, the enemy just really wants to use Leer. The Giovanni fight right after was super easy, and that's with us missing Dig due to the 256 glitch, but that's about what you'd expect. I'm a little worried about the next fight with him though, because there's no way I'm faster than Dugtrio, right? Before that though is the Psychic Gym, and it's about as easy as you would expect, but hey, I actually remembered that Venomoth isn't Flying type and I used Dig. Although I'm sure Rock Slide would have knocked it out too. I'm just lucky that Alakazam didn't crit. That thing crits like crazy in Gen 1. Once we get to the 8th and final gym though, it ended up being super easy. Even with Dugtrio hitting us with Dig, our defense is so high that it hardly did anything. We ended up crushing his whole team on the first try in no time. You wouldn't think an Onix run would be so easy. This was much harder in Fire Red. Last before the Elite Four is one last rival fight, and believe it or not, this one took a few tries. Rockslide misses way more than 1 out of every 10 times. In fact, we often miss 3 times in a row. I'm gonna guess that this is a weird Gen 1 programming thing, but because of it, this took us a few attempts. Plus, we had to wait for a run where Water Onix missed Hydro Pump, because it's way too strong for us to take. I predict that Water Onix is basically gonna be our final boss. Alright, let's take a look at our stats before the Elite Four. Our defense is incredible, and the speed isn't too bad, but a special of 74 when we're going into the Lorelei fight doesn't exactly instill me with hope. Yeah, Rock is pretty good against Ice, but Rockslide still isn't that great, especially when we have the attack power of a Pidgey. Still, it's worth trying, even if we're only level 60. Make your final guesses on if we can win this or not. Let's do this. First is Ice Trainer Lorelei, and it goes about as well as you'd expect. We nearly got one-shot by Dugong's Aurora Beam. Okay, if we can't handle that, we can't handle this. I might be able to get away with getting farther into the fight with Bind, but that misses a lot too, so let's go with grinding rather than luck. Even after getting an entire 10 more levels though, which took a lot of trainers from around the map by the way, we still can't get much farther into the fight. She doesn't just have ice moves on us, but water moves too, and those ones are double super effective. So there's a lot of points where just getting hit once means we faint. We also already have our strongest moves. Dig in Gen 1 is 100 power. Let's try a few more levels before we consider Double Team. All the way at level 75, we give it a few more tries and eventually got past Slowbro, although we still took a lot of damage. I'm just happy we didn't miss on either Jinx or Lapras, or else this would have been a loss for sure. Second is fighting trainer Bruno. He was super easy, to the point that he never landed a hit on us. Mach Punch wasn't a thing yet. Wait, was Mach Punch a thing yet? Oh, I don't remember if that was a thing yet, but I'm gonna leave it in, because now you'll all comment to say if it was a thing or not. I'm a genius. Third is Ghost Trainer Agatha. She was a total one-shot sweep thanks to her Poison-type ghosts and us having Dig. Fourth is Dragon Trainer Lance. I thought this one might be hard, but after pretty quickly taking down Water Onix, we got a one-shot on his Dragonairs, and his Aerodactyl and Dragonite couldn't deal any serious damage to us. Probably because we have over 300 defense at this point. Finally, the Pokemon Champion. Pidgeot was a one-shot with Rock Slide, and second is the first real threat, Alakazam. I went for Dig, but he used Reflect right away, so we couldn't get one-shot. Thankfully, he just used Reflect again for no reason, and we took him out. Reflect doesn't carry over from Pokemon to Pokemon in Gen 1, by the way, so we had no problem taking down Rhydon. His Tail Whip did lower our defense, but with how much of it we have, it shouldn't make a big difference. Next is Executor, and this fight was awful. Not because he was dangerous, but because he put us to sleep and spammed stun-locking moves to waste our time. He went down, but it took forever. For Water Onix, we hit Bind right away, but we only got 2 hits in. I wasn't sure that it had done enough damage, but I went for Rock Slide anyway, and managed to get the knockout. Last is Charizard, but he's double weak to Rock, so one Rock Slide took him down, winning us the run. Well, the final battle was easier than I expected. I was worried near the end that I wasn't even going to get past Lorelei before level 80, so it was pretty nice when we didn't have to grind anymore for that, considering it was the longest grind of the run. I really hope you guys like that run. For next Saturday's Pokemon Challenge, we're going to be trying our first ever Fire Pokemon run. First ever, yes, I don't believe it either, with Pokemon Gold with 1 Houndour. As always, I'm looking forward to your suggestions in the comments, in the challenge request section of my Discord channel, and on Twitter. Subscribe, ring the bell, stay tuned. If you want to see me do more challenges like this, please let me know in the comments or on Twitter. I can always use more ideas from you guys on what I should do next. Also, check out the playlist in the description if you want to watch all the Pokemon challenges that I've already uploaded. If you guys want to see more Pokemon stuff from me, my friend What a Geek and I have done randomizer playthroughs of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Black and White, Red and Blue, and now we're doing Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire over on his channel, linked in the description. You can also watch myself, What a Geek and Gooseit, playing Pokemon here on my channel. We've already done Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon X, and now we're doing my first time playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team, my first Mystery Dungeon game. Also, come to my Twitch TV streams and tell me that this video sent you. It's always cool to hear how you found the channel. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.